Footprinters, Chrissy here. This is a reading on the run. So I saw the headline. Pompeo screams Saudi attack is an act of war, but Trump being more cautious. Trump being uncharacteristically cautious got my mind thinking, what does Trump know that Pompeo doesn't? So I'm going to do a quick reading on that. So let's have a look. Queen of Swords. He's thinking before he's speaking. And I think there's more to it than meets the eye. So I think if he leaps in with it, it's just going to be call for investigation. Nancy, and I think if he jumps in on the act of war and blah blah blah, if he acts too swiftly and does not be cautious, I think he's shrewd enough to realise that it's going to bring more focus in on him and focus on what he's doing. So anyway, I'm going to do an overview with this, so we'll have a look. So the situation is, what does Trump know about the Saudi Arabia bombings that Pompeo doesn't? Well, here's Trump in his I'm being wise mode. I'm being a good, wise, strong leader. I'm always fascinated by the little lizard down here. Lizard represents regrowth. So I'm always suspicious when oil facilities in the Middle East get targeted and blown up. To me, it's one of the ways to create a shortage and up the price of oil. So I think maybe he's feeling there could be a little bit of that in there, and that they're just, whoever's doing it, and it could be MBS, is doing it as a way to up the price of oil, but blame somebody else. That's my again, that's my personal opinion on that. When it's not obvious, it's not like when Saddam Hussein marched into Kuwait and all that. There's more to this tale than is being told, and I think Trump is aware of that, and I think Trump knows what it is, and I think it's to do with creating new growth in oil prices. So anyway, current influences on Trump with this. The Queen of Pentacles. It's about money and resources again. Money and resources comes up. The Queen of Wands, she's very resourceful. The Queen of Pentacles, she's very resourceful. She knows what she wants, and she likes her luxury. And but it's also, in a negative thing, it's a call to wake up. So it is about resources, and it's about waking up and having a closer look at the whole situation. And I think that Trump is probably in MBS's pocket, and he probably knows what it's all about, which is why he thinks maybe going to war over it might be a bit of a mistake, and it could really destroy his presidency if he went to war deliberately over a situation he knew was a setup. Okay. What's above everything? What does he want to think about? Oh, normally the King of Cups is Trump for me, but this is smacks of Putin. This could be Putin's hand in this to try and destabilise the area more and drive up the cost of resources. Immediate future with this judgment. There is some judgment going to come about, and judgment is often about past actions. Somebody did something in the recently. There's going to be some judgment about this whole situation. It's not going to be immediate, but it's going to be relatively soon. But it is in the near future, so it's going to be judgment. So he's going to be really judged on how he reacts and what comes out about the whole situation. What doesn't he want to think about? What's underneath it? Victory. This is somebody being victorious, but it's also, this is an emissary, a messenger from the king. I think he knows what's going on. I think he got briefed by probably MBS or Putin or somebody. I think he's been briefed. This is a messenger from the king. So, and he just doesn't want to know. I think he feels that this is maybe a little bit too much out of his depth. Wow. In the recent past, yeah, he's had news. It's supposed to be good news, but his gut, again, we've had I pulled the page of Cups for Mitt Romney, and a part of it is trusting your gut. He had news before all this was going to happen, or about it, or when he got the news of it, his gut was telling him it's not kosher. And so that's the reason for his uncharacteristic caution. And what is his next step? Okay, his next step, interestingly enough, is to build up his defences. So he's going to be judged on something. And he's going to have to build up his defences. Now, I wonder what he's going to be judged on. I wonder if news is going to come out that he knew that this was going to happen. That he knew that it was all a bit of a setup. Let's have a look. I'm going to do a Sibylla card. And I'm going to go on my first impression of the card. So, what's this all about? Is it do the victory card, do the emissary card. A letter. He definitely knew. And he doesn't want to think about it. And there's something in writing. There's some document out there. Look here. A dark-haired woman. Yep. And she's handing over, and again, she's got a document in her hand. Wow. Let's have one look here at the near future, at what happens next. The sweet card. Oh, I don't know what that's about. I might have to just grab I haven't come across that one before, so I'll grab my notes on the Sibylla. And the sweet card. Wow, a sweet enticement, maybe? Let's have a look. I'll just pause for a bit. Well, good news for him. He's going to be able to defend himself. He's going to have to build his defences, but he's going to be able to do it. This is good news. So, I think Trump is being cautious because he had forewarning. But geez, I'll tell you what, he's going to defend himself. And I think the good news is that he's going to get news of people coming at him, and so he's going to be able to build up some defences. But will it work? Let's have a look. The Judgment, a sincere friend. I think he's going to get warning about that too. He's going to be, look, I'll do one more clarification on this. But to me, I think wouldn't surprise me if I got a tower. Wouldn't surprise me if I got a tower. If I got clarification on the whole situation, please, in one card. Let's have a look. Ace of Mox, new action. People are fired up and ready to go to take action, and he doesn't think that's a good idea because he knows if he does, he's going to be judged on it, and somebody has told him that too. Somebody who's got not just his well-being but the well-being of the US, I think, at heart, has told him, no, don't. And yeah, so don't let those people who are fired up and ready to go. What's on the bottom here? Sixth, reversed, victory card but reversed. So if he did act, it would not be a victory for him. Anyway, that is my reading on the run about this situation, what Trump knows that Pompeo doesn't. And thank you very much, Footprinters. I love you all, and I will see you at the next reading. Bye-bye.